Hey, yo, Jamie, bruh, piece of advice coming from another married man. Never a good idea to holler at your wife, bruh. It ain't gonna end up good for you.
You know that from experience, huh?
Anyway, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're gonna be talking about OWN Network's reality-based TV series, Love and Marriage DC Style, Season 1, Episode number 5.
And today we're gonna focus on Jamie and Erana. But before we get into it, we'd like to ask you if you could like, share, subscribe, and send us your comments.
Thanks for rocking with us, y'all.
We appreciate you.
For sure.
We're gonna be focusing on Jamie and Erana. Jamie had an interaction with his son Jason. Jamie had a desire that his son would get into music because he's a DJ. Jason wasn't having it.
Right.
He was more focused on getting educated and being able to live independently. He wanted really to get out of his mother and father's house.
Yep.
And to be able to do his own thing. And I get it.
They ain't hearing that, brother.
He's 21 years old,
Yeah,
and they're still treating him as if he's a child.
Right.
And he wants to live his life.
And he's more than capable of doing so.
Absolutely. Because he may be blind, that doesn't mean that his life ends at this point. There's a whole lot going on out there that he can be involved in and live a very healthy and successful life.
I don't think he's blind. He's visually impaired because he's definitely not blind to what his parents are doing.
Well, not as far as that is concerned. Brittany, who's the daughter, calls Jamie over to her house to talk to him about how he's treating Jason and that he should listen to what Jason wants for his life rather than force Jason to do what he wants him to do.
Yeah, in this instance, it was daughter schooling and or educating pops on how to move in this situation because he's got his own views about it from a father's standpoint about how he wants his son to be, but he wasn't listening, and he needed his daughter
to check him.
That's exactly right. To say, hey, pops, no, you're not moving the right way.
Right, because he has the mindset of what people do out there and the world is big and bad according to him. He hinder his son from living his own life.
He can't baby his son because his son is not a baby.
Right, because his parenting has to change from when the child was young to when they're young adult.
Right. No longer a baby.
No longer a baby.
He's transitioned to a man.
Jason and the family going to an event that they set up for them to participate in this game.
Called Ball.
It looked like a lot of fun. It reminded me of a number of different games.
Combination of dodgeball and soccer.
Dodgeball and soccer, yeah. Right. Although Jamie and the family could see, they really can't hear. Because the ball had a bell in it, and that ball was just going past them like nobody's business.
It was like, yeah, their vision was restricted, but not your hearing.
Jamie pulled Jason aside, and
father-son thing,
right? And said that he told Jason that he didn't want him to think that he wasn't hearing what he was saying.
Right.
It's just out of love he's so cautious because he wants Jason to succeed in life. And
but you know what though? From my vantage point, part of that success means that he's got to let him go.
Right.
And let him make his own mistakes and understand that he's gonna be okay no matter what comes down the pike, and that he's got his back. He's gonna have his challenges because he's visually impaired, but that doesn't mean that he can't overcome them. He's got the desire. He's gonna have the resources set up in place to be able to do that. He's got his family backing. He's gonna be all right.
And I think Jamie is eventually gonna come to that point because the good news is that Erana read a letter that indicated that Jason got into the Doors program, which is the program he wanted to go to because it teaches you how to live independently and do your own thing.
Right.
Because Jason really wants a life. He wants his friends. He wants a girlfriend. He has something to contribute to the world.
He does, but his parents have got to realize that they got to get out of the way.
Right, and
allow that to happen.
This program is clearly going to help them. Jamie and Erana at a home they purchased. That's an
Investment property.
investment property. And they're going through the house, and it seemed like the house has been trashed. And I wonder, if they purchased the house, why did they start renovating? They said that they owned the property for a year.
Over a year. I think it was over a year, wasn't it? I think it's slightly over a year.
And this was supposed to be an investment property.
Well, I'll tell you
People
what.
who invest in homes don't leave the house hanging around
And not
that
do a
long.
damn thing for a year.
And it seemed like people were in there maybe
Squatters,
squatting.
yeah.
He said, what did he say?
He said he goes by there a couple times a week, I believe, or something to that effect. And you mean to tell me, Jamie, that you go past there a couple times and don't stop in, check on, put an eyeball on the place, maybe clean stuff up, put in an hour here, hour there to kind of clean up before y'all start doing the renovation work?
And to Jamie and Irena meeting outside the house and discussing. Irena's upset because she was really mad at Jamie.
From the night before?
From the night before, they had an upset. She went to Ashley's event, and later when she left there, she went to an event for her best friend. They were having some sort of birthday party. The friend and Irena had planned this for a long time. But Irena was late to the event because, as I said, she went to Ashley's event in D.C.
Right.
So when she rolled up, she texted him and trying to figure out where to park. And she said she was trying to get as close to the venue.
Because she was dressed. She had heels and stuff on.
Had heels on.
Right, she's all dolled
didn't
up.
want to walk.
Right, she's dolled up. You know how y'all get when y'all get dolled up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He came out sort of agitated with a drink in his hand. She moved the car. She said she was
trying to get closer to the curb.
Closer to the curb.
Right.
And he got upset and started yelling. She felt embarrassed. Other people in the event were looking at them.
Yeah, so
she decided to leave.
Yeah,
so she was not able to greet her friend and give her happy birthday wishes because she was so upset.
Right.
So with that attitude,
she brought that into the next day.
She brought that into the next day
at that meeting at the house.
Right. And she said that he was taking his frustration out on her, which he actually was, because he said that he was dealing with some stuff inside, but that doesn't give him the excuse to then come out and start yelling at her.
Right. And then to compound the problem, he said he wasn't yelling.
Yeah. She would not have left if he wasn't yelling.
Thank you.
He embarrassed her. He disrespected her.
And
that's why she left.
Right, and then I think he did say he was sorry, didn't he?
He said he was sorry, but however, in the confessionals, he sort of reverted back with the difference. But he kept saying he was yelling rather than he disrespected her. He didn't want to say he disrespected her at all. Part of yelling could be deemed as being disrespectful, particularly to your wife.
I wonder what a poll of the people who saw that would reveal about whether or not he was yelling.
Oh, well. I would have had some choice words, but that's just me.
Just getting ready to say it. Yeah, Erana didn't have no words, but this one right here, y'all, trust and believe.
So,
yes, indeed.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what I'm all.
Got a witness, boy.
Because I could throw it in combination and in series.
Work the body and the head and knock you out. Behind that, y'all.
I would have said what I had to say. And went into the birthday party all at the same time. Because there's a skill set to this.
I was just getting ready to say that only a woman can.
And you know, we girls know how to work it out.
Hell yeah, y'all got that one, boy.
But that's just me. What?
I'm just saying, I'm watching you. I ain't saying nothing. I ain't damn sure I ain't saying nothing.
So we hope Jamie and Erana gets this squared away, because she did admit that at one point during their marriage she left him, and I think
because she said that it can be like that, 1 minute, and then the next minute they cool, they squash things, and
but that's not necessarily
all out to dinner or something like that. But
Because she would not have left him if,
and not only
they were rolling.
And not only that, but she did say that she was mad from the night before. So that means it wasn't squashed.
It wasn't squashed. And I think women need to speak the truth at the time that it's happening, so there's no doubt what your position is.
Make it plain, huh?
Make it plain.
Make it plain, huh?
Make it plain. That helps with, at least you're gonna become, all that energy and vibration is gonna come out, and then you're good to go.
Like I told him in the intro, it ain't working like that for a brother if you roll like that, man.
Not gonna work. Not even close. So we hope they get their situation together.
I think they will.
Yeah.
Or at least I hope
they look like fun people.
Right.
From what I see, Jamie does not listen effectively.
He may have an issue with, really tuning in.
Right, because a married woman, or even if you're in a relationship, have an expectation that the man is always going to cover her.
Yeah.
And you don't act sideways outside the house or even in the house.
Yeah.
You got to have some level of awareness about yourself. So when you're out there in the streets, you're not sort of like acting up.
Yeah.
That's all we have. Please like, share, subscribe, and please send us your comments. And we wish you well.
Yeah.
God bless.
Yeah, don't yell, man. Don't yell. All it ain't necessary. For real.
Amen. That's a sermon right there, brother. What? 5-second sermon? I could get with that. Bye.
I'll take donations if y'all want to put donations in the plate.
No.